And thanks for joining us tonight. We begin with a view of Iraq seen through the eyes and the camera lens of a man who once held one of the riskiest jobs on the planet. Not a Green Beret, not an airborne, not even Army ordnance. He was a trucker, a civilian contractor. Nearly 600 have been killed in Iraq since the war began. Preston Wheeler was nearly one such casualty. He watched 3 of his buddies die. But he and his remarkable video survived to tell the story. More now from CNN's Jamie McIntyre.
The video starts off showing a supply convoy, a dozen trucks and 5 military vehicles heading out from a U.S. base north of Baghdad. It was a routine mission until some Iraqi men started throwing rocks. Civilian contractor Preston Wheeler was driving with one hand and holding his video camera in the other when things got really ugly.
AED on the left side. 2 AEDs, gun 5, truck 5.
The convoy had turned the wrong way down a dead-end road, and a bullet came through the windshield.
I got it on video, by God.
A subsequent military investigation blamed faulty maps. But the wrong turn forced the trucks to backtrack right into a deadly ambush. Insurgents opened fire on the convoy. Wheeler's truck was disabled by one of the RPGs.
Jesus Christ. I am truck 5, cannot move. Please help me.
Truck 8, look at it.
I am taking fire. 10-4, come back. I'm fixing to get killed, goddammit.
The video shows a military Humvee leaving the scene.
Somebody get their ass back here now, please.
Wheeler hid in the cab of his truck and watched insurgents shoot one of his fellow truckers in cold blood.
They just killed him. Oh, my God.
3 truckers, all employed by the Haliburton subsidiary, KBR, were killed that day. The aftermath was caught on tape by a U.S. spy plane, showing Iraqis stripping and stoning one of the victims.
You damn right I'm scared. I'm going home when this shit's done.
Alone with no gun and 2 AK-47 bullets in his arm, Wheeler says he feels he was abandoned by the very soldiers who were supposed to protect him, and that he waited 40 minutes before an Army Black Hawk came to his rescue.
Why didn't the gun truck behind me stop, the gun truck in front of me stop and secure that area? Them guys would not have been executed if the military had followed their protocol, which they call it.
However, a formal investigation by the U.S. military conducted a month after the attack found the soldiers did follow their training, not to stop until they could safely counterattack. They didn't leave the scene. They pulled up out of the kill zone and established a security defensive line so they could continue to fire and protect the convoy, a spokesman for U.S. forces in Iraq told CNN. It was, she said, all by the book.
Well, if they was doing it in a textbook fashion, they must have been writing it down because they wasn't secured in my area where I was at.
But military investigators concluded the soldiers' actions saved the lives of 2 contractors, including Wheeler, by laying down more than 500 rounds of suppressive fire and directing an armed Humvee to the trucks. Investigators found no fault with the soldiers' reaction. In fact, recommended one for an award, praising his remarkable courage under fire.
The investigation also found that the number of armed Humvees, or gun trucks as they're called, was appropriate to the threat, and that the fatal mistake was the bad maps, which led to the confusion that took the convoy on its deadly wrong turn. Jamie McIntyre, CNN, The Pentagon.
More now from the man at the center of it all then and now. Preston Wheeler sat down with me earlier today. Preston, we here at CNN have had this particular videotape since April, but you haven't talked about it until now. It's been a little more than a year since the original incident. Why did you decide to come out now?
I decided not to air it when I first, got home with the video because I was thinking of the families of the people that was killed,
Were you told not to talk to the press?
Yeah, I was told not to talk to the press. They tell you that in Houston, not to talk to the press.
When we look at the narrative of the videotape, the story that's being told is almost as seen through your eyes. I mean, you were incredibly brave. Let's roll this little piece of videotape here, and I want to get you to respond to it.
I'm fixing to get killed, goddammit!
So there you are, your truck is disabled, it can't move, you're on the radio pleading for somebody to help. You say, I'm fixing to die here. What was going through your mind?
Truck 5
I was wanting my military, you know, I was looking for them. They're supposed to be there. And my truck got hit with an RPG round. It was disabled. And the drivers behind me, you know, they're wanting me to move, and that's highly understandable in the circumstances we was in. And, you know, they're in a panic also. Anybody is in that convoy that says they wasn't scared is a liar.
Did you think about running?
Oh, yes. I thought about running, but it'd have been suicide to jump out of the truck and run. They're everywhere.
Now, the military, Mr. Wheeler, says that it was just following protocol, and that the military protocol is to push through the danger zone, to get out of the line of fire, set up a perimeter, and then call in for a rescue. The rescue did come. You were rescued by people who came in a Black Hawk helicopter. Did the military not do what they were supposed to do?
No, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. If their protocol was to secure the area, when they realized we went down the wrong road, they made the wrong turn, their maps were wrong. We was at the Tigris River at a dead end, open area. They could have secured the zone right there until they got some more help in. But they decided to push through, and things went bad.
Did you have maps yourself?
No, they don't issue us maps. They don't, no GPS, nothing. In fact, the soldiers said they was trying to get sheriff on the phone. I guess that would be QRF or somebody at the base, and they wasn't getting no response.
God damn!
You took a couple of rounds when you were trapped there from an AK-47 in your arm. You all healed up now? You better?
No, I'm not healed up yet. I had a bone graft of about 4 inches. I got a titanium rod in my right arm from my elbow to my shoulder. Got a scar the same length.
Wow.
And I don't know how much use I've got out of my arm.
KBR says that you were put on 60 days leave after that incident. What happened after those 60 days?
Well, I got terminated.
For what?
You know, I had no idea I was going to be terminated.
What did they terminate you for?
The first response, failure to return from R&R, which I'd just returned from R&R 11 days prior to this incident. And I called them about it and asked them, and they said that they made a big mistake. They would correct it.
Right. And
their correction was to send me another sheet of paper stating that I was terminated for health reasons and personal injury on the job. You damn right I'm scared. I'm going home. It's done.
We hear you say on the tape, if I get out of here, I'm going home. I'm done. Did you ever have any intention of returning to KBR?
I thought about it, but the more I thought about it, it'd been a mistake. They don't no more care about me than they care about a dog walking down the road.
You thought about suing them?
I've thought about it. I can't find anybody to help me.
You can't find an attorney?
No, I can't find an attorney. Apparently it's too big for some, and which is understandable. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Well, Preston Wheeler, I can't imagine what it must have been like that day, and thanks for sharing part of that story with us. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
And here's the raw data on private contractors in Iraq. There are about 25,000 of them currently. That's according to the Special Inspector General for Iraq Reconstruction. At least 575 have been killed since the war began.